Hey there folks, what's going on? It's Codiak here, back for another trailer reaction and analysis video. Today we are checking out Stronghold Warlords. Now this is a PAX West reveal trailer. I am super excited about this one because Stronghold is a huge part and was a huge part of my childhood. I played the Stronghold games, the Stronghold Crusades games, and I'm just super excited to finally get back into what Stronghold was to me. A castle building sim with some awesome combat and just a really easy game to latch onto and just to dive into kind of whole hog. And I fell off the wagon with the kind of magic and mystery expansion or whatever independent version they came out with. And then the free-to-play one, I just could not wrap my head around at all. So this is really exciting because it's kind of a revisit to their old standby, their old staple way of doing things. And I really am excited about that. This trailer is brand new. I have not seen it yet, so I am super excited to dive in. Stick around at the end. We'll talk a little bit about it, break it down scene by scene. But without further delay, let's get in and talk about Stronghold Warlords. Oh, an awesome castle shot right off the bat there. Just clearly setting it up like, boom, we're back. We see a ton of troops, obviously a catapult there. From Newsweek, a fresh take on their long-running Stronghold franchise. All bunch of shops and you know, peasant villages there. Rock paper shotgun review, Tech Raptor review. Good companies putting out good things to say about this, so that is promising. And it just feels, you can just tell it already feels like what the Stronghold games kind of built their reputation on. We had a little bit of map UI interfacing there. We'll take a peek at that. Oh, cool little bow launcher there. Did you see that on the castle walls? And then here we go. We're kind of at like base gameplay. Small little castle. That was clearly the keep. Then we have this nice open, you know, open field combat conflict. More catapults. The one thing that always surprises me about this game is that, you know, while it does need to stay in its tradition, it doesn't seem to evolve much in terms of graphics and gameplay. Like, there's a few things that I'm already noticing that are kind of weird. But that's okay. And the game's coming out 2020, which is great. It got a Best of E3 nominee from Newsweek and Tech Raptor. Oh, we have some kamikaze oxen there. That's a fun way to end the video. So, you know, it's cool. I'm excited about this one. There are some things that I noticed that I want to dive into really quick with you guys, see if you picked up on them as well. So let's get just frame by frame, scene by scene through this thing. You can see right off the bat, it's kind of setting up that Eastern Asian inspired gameplay with the floating lantern there. And then you just come under the clouds and boom, we have our first keep. Now, this is not a traditional keep in terms of when you build a castle in the original Stronghold, you're building a massive sprawling castle. This is a very small castle. It almost looks like it's a all-encompassing building, right? This is the center of the base as opposed to you have multiple buildings here. I think this may possibly be like a prefab, if you will. But we see a number of units here. We see spearmen on the ground. We see bowmen up top. We see a catapult in the background. There we see another catapult there about to get broken. And I can't tell if there's something else in the back. It looks like, oh, like dart blowers or something like that, or stone throwers in the back there. So more wall physics. And then we get into kind of the scenery. This is a beautiful statue here. I wonder if that's going to come into play in some other capacity. And then we get the kind of first look, before we get the little slogan-y thing there, we get our first look at peasant buildings. So you can see we have rice paddy fields here. So this is clearly some sorts of food. We have some sort of granary here. Can't tell if this is like a radish farm or an onion farm, something like that. And then we have a number of buildings over here. So these possibly are hovels or homes. Then it looks like we have like some sort of clothing facility here. Hard to tell what this is. That could be a granary as well, or a storehouse. Again, this looks like some sort of clothing facility as well. I can't tell if that's connected to that building, but you can kind of see the clothes are hanging up here. You can see clothes hanging over there. And then in the back, we have some sort of field. I don't want to speak out of turn. I can't really tell what that is. Looks like there's muskox possibly, or pigs. And then we get some more of the other villages over there. We get some units on the side. And then here's our production wing of things. You can kind of see we have a blacksmith here. You can see the long katana-esque sword here. We've got an armory here. You could tell by the weapons out front. Hard to tell what this one is. This could be maybe the justice area or something like that. Hard to tell. Not a lot is given there. And then you can see another clothing facility or possibly a home. This could possibly be a home as well. Maybe just a built-up home. You see another, either a smelting place or a refinery. You can tell by the chimneys and the smoke. But a really cool vibe. They did a great job with the actual design of things. I love these massive buildings here. This beautiful golden one really sets the stage for what this game is supposed to look like. Same thing with this green and red one. Just very much in the vibe. If you were to go to one of these historic places, you would see architecture like this. And that is just really, really cool. Even the wall design, the rocks they use, the coloring that they choose to use is really, really impressive and really on point. And then we get this kind of map here. It's hard to tell if this is a made element for the teaser trailer or if this is actually in the game. It's very kind of feudal looking in its design, but it's simple. It's like, okay, here's your guy and here are 3 other points. There's no defining characteristics on the map other than like little flags. So hard to tell exactly. It looks like it's just a recruitment map. Maybe that you bring in these soldiers here by recruiting them for whatever 80 points or whatever that was. This one I was trying to figure out. This looks like pitch, right? If any of you have played Stronghold, this is clearly some sort of pitch or tar or something like that. We've got some archers. We got some swordsmen, some pikemen. We've got the exploding muskox thing that we saw at the end of the trailer. And then we've got this beautiful building with all sorts of pottery and a huge set of stairs and another building over here. Can't tell what that is. And then we get to this one. Now, this one really threw me off. I don't know if this is a watchtower or if this is like an archery blinds. It's hard to tell because it looks like it's not part of the wall. Like it's on the wall, but it's not built into the wall. You know what I mean? It's really hard to tell what this is. Now, maybe there's some historical significance to this, or somebody who knows the culture a little bit better can tell us what this is. I'm not 100% sure, but they show it a couple times. Then we get some more characters, and then boom, you get this right here. This is really, really cool. This is obviously the Chinese and the Japanese were so instrumental in their weapons technology, especially during the medieval period and all the way up until through the feudal Japan period. This is really, really exciting here. And then in the background as well, you can kind of see some sort of circular storehouse. Can't tell if that's pottery or if that's just, you know, dry goods or something. But again, you get that cool glimpse of the building. You get this great, you know, arrow launcher, missile launcher, whatever you want to call it. Obviously like a platform for that. And then you get bamboo trees, which is also very cool to see that kind of shrubbery and the greenery that's going to be in the game. And then we get some more combat. We can see here that this is clearly the keep. We've got the warlord or the you know, whatever you want to call him, the leader on top of the tower here fighting. And I think he's about to die. And there he goes. He's down. And then we see some more units, all pretty much the same units. Pikemen, 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 and ladders. Of course, ladders look like they're coming back, which is great. Then we get this big open battle scene where we have archers in the back. We've got spear and shield men up here, sword and shield men up here, axemen over here. And then on the blue side, doesn't look like there's anything too exciting. Pretty much the same. One thing that's always gotten me with these games, and if you watch just this sequence down, you really start to pick up on it. Like, look at the animations of the characters. They just are all a little too uniform. I wish there was some variation in the movements so it didn't seem so blocky. It just feels like it's all part of the same. Like, there's only 1 or 2 animations for these characters, and that kind of gives it a stale appearance, in my opinion. They've been doing this for so long, you think they could add a little bit of variety to it. But anyways, that's okay. Moving back, we've got some war machines here. We've got catapults. We've got protective archery blinds here, which is cool. We've got the ladders again, and you can see the ladders are on wheels, which is really, really cool. Just a nice take on those. And then we get some of the destructive physics. Obviously, catapults blowing up the walls here, which is really cool. Fighting inside the village, watching the building explode. And of course, the wall is breached, so people run in. And then there's, so those, you know, we saw, boom, there must be some sort of exploding trap. So instead of pitch, those are clearly some exploding traps. I just missed that in the beginning half, and we'll see if I can find it quickly. There they are. Where'd they go? So yeah, so you can see they're placing the exploding traps here, and then boom, they're all blowing up here. So that's really cool. Game is coming out in 2020, and then obviously the last scene we saw, all of these kamikaze oxen, they run in, boom, blood everywhere, guts everywhere, and now everything's on fire. So I will leave you with that lasting image, as we wrap up the video. Stronghold Warlords, this is the PAX West trailer. Looks like it's coming out 2020. No definitive date on it yet. If you want to follow the game, Firefly Studios, they do a really good job pushing out social media and things like that. So go follow the game. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you want more trailer reactions and analysis videos in your feed. And you can always join us on Discord if you want to keep the conversation going after the video is over. We'd love to have you. Love for you to be part of the Game Gurus community. Anyways, guys, my name is Codiak, and from everyone here at the Game Gurus, thanks for watching, and play on.